So, okay. Let's go.
Hello.
Morning or afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
My name is Jarek.
My name is Simon.
And welcome to our AMA. Ask me anything. Ask us anything. If you have, there's a few questions already on the chat. So let's maybe say hello to everybody. This works? Yeah, this works.
Yeah, glad to be back as well. Because I've been absent for the past couple of streams.
So before we move on to slides, maybe we should just start answering some questions here from the chat. So,
Alistar asks, for Heroes, in what order will the EU-based legacy pledges be processed? If I live in Czechia, your neighboring country, should the process be fairly quick? I don't believe we ship country by country when we ship out pledges for projects. It's generally we ship out what's easiest for us at the time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say when your pledge will be shipped. It's more or less random, I'd say.
It is 1 sec. Sorry, I completely forgot about one thing. Sorry for that. Okay, back. Additional lighting. Right, only one thing which is worth mentioning that because we are neighboring country, probably gonna get your parts quite fast once we ship. So normally it takes few days, few weeks even go to when we ship to States or other countries, but within the European Union is actually quite fast.
So Obsessed Drona. I've received Motu Battleground this week and it looks fantastic, but I've never had to do assembly figures like this before. Can you recommend any specific pliers and glues to use? I'm pretty sure any clippers, any model clippers would do. I personally recommend Revell Contactor. I know to me extra thin is also pretty decent, but any of those two. Generally you want to use plastic cement for our plastic models because they're made of high impact polystyrene.
Yeah, that's right. And also, if you just want to start it with full set, you may go to Army Painter or Vallejo, two companies which makes paints. They do also additional other things. So you can buy like a basic set there to start with paints, with clippers, with glue, and so on.
Michael Chu, since you made such a big ship this time, can you make a sci-fi battleship or a mobile fortress which can load smaller vehicles and interact with miniatures next time? I mean, I have been wanting us to make a spaceship set for DNL Sci-fi for some time now. I think it'd be a cool idea.
There will be something in the future, some battleship, but not like battleship, or rather like interior of battleship from DNL, with DNL system for one of the IPs in the future. But in terms of making bigger models or such large models like ships, sci-fi, I don't think we would ever pay back tooling if we make something like big sci-fi model. I would rather go for
I think you should use the regular terrain DNL system, but it should be themed around like a spaceship. So you can create as big spaceship if you want to, but like it just uses the individual like DNL terrain style system. So you can just like keep adding more tools and expand it that way. Hi, Motu Battleground. When deliveries to Spain happening? So again, as I said just now, we don't ship on a country by country basis, so it varies. It basically varies. Once we do ship it out to you, it should arrive relatively quickly because Spain is in Europe and we're also in Europe. But again, the actual time when we ship your pledge out, it can vary from like a couple days to a week or maybe 2 weeks.
What I've been told today by production that all the shipping should be finishing next week. So
yeah, I have checked the progress. I believe we're about a little over 50% when it comes to shipping.
Yeah, but they will be finishing next week anyway because it was slow. It was slow on shipping to States, and we needed to slow down a little bit because of those tariffs and things like that, which all of a sudden happened. But I think we have now finally got some solution to that, so it's great. It's actually working. So let's hope.
Well, our products shouldn't have been hit with tariffs because we make them in-house. So yeah. It turns out like it was just like some invoice stuff that we had to note down because they were just automatically marking the parcels as coming from China.
My theory is that they're using basically AI to read through the invoice when the invoice comes through, and then if they see something which is like CN, CH, whatever, they assume this is China. But yeah, they asked the question. UPS asked the question today about CN writing on it on the invoice. CN is actually European marking, just to show that actually products coming from Europe. So now we're going to change this one to HS just in case. But you know, AI. That's what it is. Good afternoon. Hello there. Hi Steve.
Hi there.
I'm going to be in state next week, by the way. I'm flying to Adepticon, so I'm flying on Sunday. So if you at Adepticon, say hello to us and visit our booth. We will have some stuff. We will have that ship over there displayed, the big one.
Gonna have the Balor as well?
We'll be there as well. Yes, we'll be there as well. And the Motu Battleground demo tables as well as some miniatures. Right. Good to have you back, Shimon.
Yeah. Good to see you too, Poit.
He needs haircut. Guys, say something to him, really. He needs haircut. He looks like... Yeah. Right.
There's a good question from Worst Combat here.
This one?
Yeah, so Porthaven. You've teased a Hydra with removable heads for Porthaven. Will there be additional / different heads, like 2 heads sprouting out from one beheading, or just on and off heads? So I want us to make it like this, where you can... you can have like 2 heads sprouting out of just one head, or just have like the one head there. I think we still need to work on the concept a bit to exactly figure out how we're going to do the removable heads. I'm not sure where we're at though with 3D on that part. I think
it's gonna be down to cutting team. If the cutting team is able to work out the engineering portion of it, then yes. It is payable element basically, but we're looking at additional features. So
yeah, I do think that the sculpting part of it though, we do need to already have an idea in our heads how it's going to look like, because just to make it easier for the cutting team, of course. To
but
go through
we can still go back and forth between the engineering team and sculpting team. But once we actually work on the model, that's basically the process here. So but just put this one in a project docs, and we will just make sure we will remember.
Could you please clarify about the printed manuals for both Motu and Hom 3? Will those be included in the pledges versus the digital ones?
Motu printed, the printed is included. I think there was some...
I think for Motu, aren't we doing more digital instructions? I believe the rulebook is still physical.
The printed manuals for assembly, not for the games.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the manual for miniatures assembly, there are some projects we'll have. DNL probably later, in terms of the new one, miniatures one, will need to have the printed manual. That's that. Motu, at the moment, we're not doing it because of it's just like 1 or 2 miniatures, so it's a pointless. It's better to go through digital one. But all digital one will always be available on our website. So for heavy miniature projects, we will definitely do the assembly manual instructions printed out. Caves is semi-heavy in terms of minis. We still decided to go for digital one at this stage. Otherwise, it will just slow down the process of getting it out from here, because we need to then use a graphical team time to get that done. And we cannot afford to delay this project whatsoever because of that. So, but the future projects, we're going to hire additional graphical team members, and the team is going to grow to almost 9 people now.
The graphic team?
Yeah, the graphic team.
Yeah, it's grown a lot this past couple months.
It is. And it needs to still grow for the new projects. That's our bottleneck at the moment. So it's combination of many things at the same time. Bottleneck in the graphical team, also trying to save on the paper, on the trees as well. But some projects will need to have printed manual, and they will have the printed manual. For the games, I meant manuals for the games. Okay, so
yes, the rules they are physical. The physical rule books.
Always.
Yeah, we
physical.
offer both.
Yeah.
I think there was some slight confusion in the previous AMA. There was like someone in the comment section asking about the manuals as well.
Yeah.
Because they thought the rule books are going to be digital only.
Oh no! The rulebook needs to be
it needs to be physical.
Physical, and that will stay. There's only miniatures manual which we decided to go digital. I mean, most of the companies do digital at the moment, except maybe GW. But yeah, for minis.
So from Garrett, question, would it be possible to do a survey to see actual interest in a spaceship / sci-fi terrain? I would be willing to go all in on that, more so than I already have on caves. I think it would be worth at least testing the waters with maybe one sci-fi release, personally. That's just my opinion.
I mean, if we make Thunderhawk, then yes. But that's GW trademark model.
No, I meant just normal sci-fi terrain for...
Sci-fi terrain, spaceship or battleship, it will be there. Yes, I can tell you it's gonna happen. Just give us a couple more days for the announcement, and you will connect the dots.
Is it days? I guess it is. Yeah, time flows pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah, just a few days, and you will. Yeah, then we just have to connect the dots, and that's it. Yeah, you look like a Prince Adam.
Prince Adam, yeah. You didn't want to see what's under here because I'm packing.
Yeah. Right. So let's go through the slides maybe quickly, and then just keep questions coming, guys. We're gonna switch to the slides. So as usual, as always, these are the normal suspects. What we have in mind. Not everything is on the list here. There's a few things which are not there. So Heroes of Might and Magic card game. This is important. The announcement been pushed back to April, which the official announcement, but we'd already told you that it's gonna happen.
There was a soft announcement at
tiny soft announcement, just local one.
Yeah, just at a local trade show.
Exactly, and but it's not on the list. It's gonna be back on the list next time when I do after the announcement. Master of Orion, it is still ongoing. I've seen the final tools being done. You guys play it tonight, right? Today?
Yeah, we did today. Yeah, we were just testing some stuff. It was a very fun and interesting game. It was very unbalanced because we were testing the custom factions, the custom nations, the race builder. But it was very fun. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. But the testing is ongoing. We are cutting more tools. I've seen some more tools for the expansion packs and so on. We will have some bunch, of surprises, especially on tokens and things like that. So different colors and so on and so on. But this project is moving, and I'm gonna be organizing full production manufacturing line for this project. It's gonna be first project which we're gonna do internally here, like from the beginning till end, packing and everything else. So yeah, we have to do it, and hello gentlemen, I purchased the DNL product and the company selling it is out of stock and waiting supply. Are you still... Can you see the comment? What the comment is on?
Oh yeah, I don't think it's up on the stream. Unlucky.
Unlucky, something happened. It wasn't set up today. Stream is not set up. Sorry guys for that. Let me just check if I can fix it quickly. If not, we're gonna do it slightly. Live chat is there. Let's check it now. Right, it's now back on. Sorry for that.
Hello, gentlemen. I purchased a DNL product and company. Yeah. So if the company's out of stock, they should reach out to us because we're always open to restocking if possible. Unless it's like specific products that like Heroes, for example, where we're still waiting, I think, on some of the packages.
Yeah. Rest of the stuff
for DNL, we always have stock, and if we're lacking stock, then we always make more. So they should reach out to us, and
Or maybe it's on road to them, the stock.
Maybe it is,
most
yeah.
of the cases. I mean, if this is EU company, that's for sure. If it's American company, that might be a little bit more tricky and difficult. There's one big, massive distributor. We start doing deals with it, and all of a sudden they announce bankruptcy. You probably heard. I mean, most of the people actually heard. So that was the no, I completely forgot about the name.
Embracer?
No.
Which one?
No, it was a huge company who we started. Basically, they like got from us 150,000 worth of products.
Oh, the shipping one. Oh, what is it called? Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 3 days later, they say, "Oh, look, forget about the money because we're going bankrupt." And then now Universal wants to actually buy them back, but we don't know what's going to happen. So if this is that company, then I don't know if it's what's going on there, but yeah. It's kind of difficult times nowadays, by the way. I mean, we never expected such a big distributor to go bankrupt. Right. Let's check what else we have here. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, there are a couple. Can you share any news about legacy shipping for home, positive or negative? We just want to hear more if you know anything, something new. So I don't think there's any new information from what we've shared so far.
Yeah.
We're still the first containers have landed. We're still waiting on them to be shipped. I believe some of them are going to Green Logistics, right?
No, they're going here. Most of them are. Well, it's a mix. It's a mix. Okay. So. What has happened is we had 4 containers or 5 containers coming.
5.
And
on
then,
this ship.
And then on this ship. But there is more containers on other ships. Yeah. And that ship here was actually delayed. And we think this is basically because of Polish port, Gdańsk, couldn't accommodate that many ships coming through. But that ship already came through and was offloaded, but there is no like entire stock yet, so we have to wait for the last ship, for the next ships to arrive and get the stock out of that ship. So and then when everything comes in, we will just start packing and shipping out.
But are we not going to start shipping as soon as the containers arrive?
Yeah, but they needs to be delivered to Green Logistics anyway, so it's not that first container which came through. I think it was just random games. The way they pack containers, they just basically fill them in to the roof, just make sure everything, as much as possible.
I'm just making sure, because the way you explained it, I thought that we're just going to wait for all the containers to arrive first, and then we're going to start shipping.
We have to wait because the portion.
We are waiting.
We have to wait because portion of it's not. We don't know what is on. We don't know what. Well, we now know what is on this container. We don't know what is kind of. We need to have all the stock inside in house to start packing and shipping out. We don't have like pre-pack. We don't have those things. It's a mix, basically mixed stuff there. So we need to have all the stock here to start shipping. But I think it's not that. I think it should be on few days left on the other ship to be here. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about that. The ship has gotten delayed a couple of times already now.
Yeah, it's normally ships should arrive within 3 months. This one is like 4 months on the boat. Yeah, it is 3 weeks actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first ship which arrived had a majority of the just core games, nothing else on there, and some add-ons. There was no Inferno, for instance, at all. So we still have to wait for other ship to arrive to get the Inferno of the ship and start, combining them and shipping them out.
I see. Yeah, I thought the pledges that arrived there were pre-packed.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Those random ones which require additional components, then they not. We have to pre-pack them here. So this is what's happening. Unfortunately, this is what is.
Yeah, this is why I just hate shipping games in from China. It's just a complete disaster. I
mean, that's one of the things why we want to make everything in Europe. I mean, I know we're going to pay a little bit more for the production, but, I'm not going to waste like 3 months on a boat and shipping. So we can start.
It's a big loss as well for like monetary if it's delayed.
Of course it is.
Because it also delays the retail release of these games as well. Which
the same story. So the Orion will be the first one, and that needs to work basically. If not, we're going to work on a process or create new process for in the future just to make sure that works. You see, working with abroad manufacturers is, I think there's no company out there can actually probably do it. You can see by, I don't know, even big boys like Asmodee. They constantly out of stock and constantly can't get any stock. Or if they're gonna get stock, they'll tell you it's gonna be then in 6 months or something. So it is the downside of making production in China.
Yeah, I mean,
especially now,
is mainly retail, though, so they have the advantage that they don't. I guess there's not as many disappointed people, I guess, because they haven't already paid money and are waiting for it.
Yes, I agree on that portion, but I disagree on the other portion that people who play war games, people who play this type of games, they need a constant stock to be available.
Yeah.
And they need the new releases. And because of the way how everything operates from China, you're not gonna get the stock. It takes time, like 5-6 months to get replacement stock. Not for the wargaming. For board games, I would say yeah.
But I was mainly thinking about board games. For war games, it's definitely a bit different. Where you do need that stream of constant releases to simulate the game, the hobby. So, Mike, I'm being asked a lot about what is happening with the sails and figureheads for the Porthaven ships. The Ghost has figureheads, but the Standard doesn't, and the prototype ship doesn't have sails. So I think we've settled on someone to order the sails from.
Yeah, we got a quote, and we should have prototype sails coming over. And yes, the ship will have sails. So
yeah, it will come with them.
It will come. There will be the material, basically. We don't know which one yet. Probably cotton or something like that. We'll see. We will see once we get it here. We choose the most expensive option for them to be. The most expensive option, and once they arrive here, once we got them here, we will definitely show you on the. It should be on time on the campaign to start. Is there anything else? The figureheads, Ghost as figureheads.
Yeah, so there is a Ghost ship figurehead. Is there going to be a normal figurehead?
It's not on that ship, right? That's going to be part of stretch goal.
Is it?
Or it's not. It should be on the ship then. I'm pretty sure we shipped all.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a plan for a figurehead for the normal ship, but I'm not sure what happened to it in the end. It might actually be worth looking into.
Yeah, there's definitely one on the Ghost ship, Sprue. How about Master of Orion? Have you decided on the box solution ready? Are you happy with it? Yes, we decided to go with premium box. It won't be with the flaps, it will be just basically with a top cover. However, you will find a what's the name?
Trace,
trace inside. So kind of trace inside, yeah. So that's that.
I still feel like we should have offered like a premium core box just to have that option open.
We had discussion about this, and it would be difficult to manage all the production of one and second one on the same time. As I said, this project is done in-house internally, and we cannot go as crazy and widely as we wish to do it. Only because there's a risk, always will be risk of delaying, and this is the worst might happen to any of our projects. Our first projects made in-house, that we're going to be delaying it. No, that won't happen. That's
a man can dream.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying a man can dream. Maybe sometime in the future.
To make obviously yes. I mean, once we have like one process, we can just get more processes in and create something better.
No, I'm just saying like the box with like the flaps and the shelves would have been like really cool.
Yeah.
It was definitely too expensive.
But yeah,
and
way
also
too expensive.
we do actually need to earn some amount of profit. We did go kind of crazy with the deal for Orion, I think. In my personal opinion, I do think you get a ton for the all-in. But yeah.
So what do you find out? You have already big box version in your warehouse. Can they start shipping at least those? I know we have some in warehouse here, which they're gonna be shipping out. There's not many of them, so we're not gonna be announcing the mass shipping, because that's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be waiting for this one. So some of the big boxes will be shipped out a little bit earlier.
So the prepackaged stuff that's on the containers, it will be shipped out, you're saying?
I'm saying yes. First of all, we have some stock in the warehouse already, which is not which didn't came. We had from the previous batch.
Yep.
So there was like, I don't know, 150 something, maybe less, of the big boxes. So that they could be shipped out. But I'm not quite sure what the language. So don't ask me which languages we have in the warehouse. This is what they told me today. And that's what they're going to do. That's that. But it's all depend what is exactly going to be on, what is exactly in this first ship. I think we have a full packing list already from the first containers. And most of it is just individual games and some random things, so which need to be pre-packed and then shipped out. And then the big boxes, everything it's on the second ship. Most of it on the second ship. So really, it's a mix of things. So yeah. In the sprues I have for Battleground excellent quality. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Oh, that's a good one.
Maybe it's a good idea for the future when you've squashed GW just to manufacture both in Europe and USA.
Yeah, USA at the moment, probably Chicago will be the place when we're going to be setting up the business. And initially just warehouse, and then later on with assembling line. So we have a lot of partners, by the way, so it's not like us, but we have several different other companies we make miniatures for. They also looking for ways of kind of being safe in terms of tariffs and everything else. And the best way to do it is actually having full assembly line in United States as well, additional to European one. So that's the master plan, and probably Chicago, because the flight we can take quite fast flights from direct flights from Warsaw to Chicago. So that's the place. I'm actually flying there on a Sunday. Not for the business, obviously, for the Adepticon, but we will be setting up business there.
So, Groovy, you previously codenamed your big upcoming project Ares. Ares equals God of War, GW. So is your big collaboration with Games Workshop? We wish.
We wish? Nah.
Well, I mean, you wish. No, it's a reference to something. It's not referencing what you wrote down, though. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to find this reference because it's pretty obscure.
It is very obscure. Yes, it's very. That's the reason I have used it. So that's the reasons why I have used it.
I do like the the conspiracy thinking. Well, like you're just like
it's
looking for connections.
It would be either DHL or UPS. If you ask the question which company we use, it's either UPS or DHL. We do have exactly like Green Logistics signed the deals with DHL and as well with UPS. So sometimes you use either of the company. Well, we use either of the company for shipping. Right, let's have a look. We have more questions. Obviously, we have more questions.
Cave's shipping at the moment. Not yet. We do plan to start shipping soon. We were planning to release an update yesterday as well, but ultimately we held back because we just want an exact date, actual exact date, before we just send an update that just says we're shipping soon.
So what was the plan? The plan was to actually start shipping on Monday next week, although we still have a little bit more parcels to send out from from Battleground, and they need to finish Battleground shipping first. Obviously, because that was the project which is on time. We said it's gonna be released in March. We're shipping in March, so that's good. So Battleground is happening now. We have to finish this one, and then once it's finished, we're gonna jump and change for Caves. Now, Caves, I think they told me we should start around about 26. So next week on 26, maybe 27th, so midweek or towards the end of the week. But once we start shipping it, we will provide updates saying, guys, the shipping just started. We don't want to, just in case, because usually when we close it to the shipping, we sometimes find out something is missing or whatever. We still have to wait for some packaging to arrive and blah, 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 blah. It's really it's really huge, complicated operation, by the way. So we're scaling up the business, obviously, but like with even Battleground, there was like 4,000 backers. But if you count like how many different individual boxes we needed to pack, it was almost 12 boxes per pledge, like the bigger pledge. So we're looking at maybe 30,000 or 35,000 different individual boxes to be pre-packed first, and then combine in the pledges and then ship out as only 4,000 pledges. So that's what it is. It's a huge number of boxes to prepare. So yeah,
it's also kind of hard to imagine if you don't see it for yourself, like in our warehouse, how much space it actually takes up, and how many waves of like production we need to do as well.
This is also what worries me for new projects with new things, because new projects are high capacity manufacturing, so we're scaling up now,
especially for areas. That's going to be
but also for other companies like
that as well.
We have two big companies which wants production, like full production in house here, from sprues to boxes to packaging to cars, everything else, and we need to make sure that we can accommodate our projects and two other company projects. So
then they're like pretty big projects as well.
That's
in their own right, so.
With hundreds of thousands of boxes every year, hundreds of thousands. So that's that.
So from Tidbit, any updates on pre-painted caves shipping? I think it's still planned for May, right?
It's still planned for May. At the moment, still planned for May. We just got additional 2 machines, so we have now 6 machines. 2 other machines came on Monday, last Friday. They were setting up from Monday, and they're gonna be fully operational tomorrow. It's like 5 days to set up those machines up, just to get settings right, check the paints and all those boring engineering things to do with the machines in order to actually get it up and running. So the capacity is going up by, third. So that's great.
Isn't it going up by 50% if you're going from 4 to 6?
Yeah. Well, yes.
See, quick maths.
We got 4.
You're getting
out into more. Yeah. No, I'm not. But one machine I want to use initially just for test and play and for the tests.
When are pre-painted miniatures coming? Because
No.
I've had some people ask me this as well on the Discord about pre-painted miniatures.
The first pre-painted miniatures I'm thinking about is maybe Titanomachy.
I was thinking more for the other for the Prismacast project that we're doing. Maybe some miniatures for that in the future.
The one with Hydra? Okay, let's move on. Maybe yes. Porthaven.
Okay, well. Porthaven. Since it's nautical, it would be nice to have the see-through bases for the aquatic species. Stretch goals should include aquatic terrain or species besides the extra boats of different sizes. So we do have some aquatic terrain planned for the stretch goals, I believe.
We're gonna go to the page in a minute anyway. We have a draft page to go.
I'm just thinking about the clear plastics bases. It's an interesting idea, although I'm not sure how popular it would be. Maybe we'll consider it in the pledge manager for sure once we do the survey and see what you guys want. Waiting for my DNL caves to ship and really excited about Porthaven. It will be my 6th Dungeons and Lasers project. Actually, I'm painting right now the Land of Giants for our next D&D session. That's great to hear. We're always glad to see long-time supporters in the chat.
Exactly. Thank you for supporting us.
Side note, why do you guys hate my wallet? My first crowdfunding campaign was the current Motu one, and now I have Caves and Hom and Master of Orion. Will you be considering a campaign when I don't like for a change? We'll consider it. I don't know. We have to quickly release some stuff that nobody's going to buy.
Let's do sci-fi.
Actually, I have heard from some people that the pace that we're releasing DNL campaigns is just too great, and they just can't keep up. And there was actually some math done, and we're actually, our pace for DNL campaigns is actually going down. We're actually releasing, there's more bigger gaps between campaigns now, but time just flies by so quickly that you don't even notice.
And I said to my team next year, I wanted 2 plastic campaigns.
Oh,
2 DNL campaigns next year, maybe. We'll see.
That would.
It's
ambitious. I'll say that.
With what we have on the plate at the moment, it's not going to happen. I mean, I just told them what I wish. What I wish to have like 2 plastic campaigns. It could be like sci-fi and fantasy or something like that, or maybe let's go back to Rampart and make some terrain for the wargaming. But realistically speaking, and looking what's on the plan at the moment, it would be so almost impossible.
I would genuinely consider like a much smaller scale campaign just for sci-fi stuff, like maybe a smaller release of like just cyberpunk stuff, like I don't know, maybe a couple cyberpunk minis, maybe like some cyberpunk buildings, just like 3 sprues, maybe even a tiny bit more. Just like a really small scale campaign, just to see how it goes, and maybe just slowly go from there. Because I don't think we want to overinvest when it comes to sci-fi, because historically we have kind of, I think, overinvested at times into like sci-fi terrain.
Yes,
for Rampart.
It was a great idea at the beginning for the Rampart was actually not bad, because Rampart was doing quite well in retail.
I meant like more Rampart 3, just for the campaign specifically, because in retail it's a separate story. Like Kazumi, in the campaign it didn't sell at all, but in retail the Kazumi set sold a lot better.
Oh yeah. That's true. Okay, we have more question. Can you share future?
Can you share future details on Home Legacy? So we have talked about this in the campaign already, in this stream already. Can you confirm all the boxes have already landed in Poland? There's still the ship that has the 2 containers that still hasn't arrived yet. Apart from that, I'm pretty sure the containers are already being unloaded on the port. For the 5 that have already arrived. When they'll get here or to Green Logistics, that's hard for me to say. Probably take a week or 2.
Yeah, we still have to wait for other ships to be. Once it's arrived, everything needs to be unpacked, checked, and then start shipping. We have to start shipping. Obviously, we will start as ASAP. I mean, we cannot say nothing about in terms of shipping. I mean, it always happens whenever you deal with China. So. Believe me or not, this is what I'll keep saying this one for us a year or something. We don't want to make anything abroad because time is precious, and the ship meant to be here long time ago, and it's not. It just stopped in the port. Apparently somebody was sick, or they didn't release the ship from the port or whatever. It happens basically. So there was an entire month delayed, and if you add on top of that the ship needs to go around the Africa, which takes an additional month. So that ship was like 4 months on the boat. I mean, they shipped everything before Chinese New Year, and that was the goal. We even paid them additionally to make sure it's shipped before Chinese New Year, and they did that. They did their job right. But the shipping company is the shipping company, so all things might happen. The ship might be broken, or I don't know. We couldn't get the right info from the shipping company. What exactly happened? Why the ship was basically sitting like for several weeks in the port somewhere? I think in India or somewhere there. I don't know. Maybe he was waiting for his queue. I don't know.
I think also something weird happened when it reached the UK, where I think for some reason the containers were split. No. Because I'm pretty sure originally all the containers were just on one ship.
Maybe they were repacking, I don't know.
And I think for some reason they just split it across 2 different ships, I think, from what I remember. Maybe I'm misremembering, but...
For me, it's just my rant again about the shipping, and I'm exactly equally fed up with this, with shipping from China, anything, so...
Christian, do you have a reveal date for the new external IPs due for this year? The big ones. Well, the big one should be, you said a couple days.
I cross-finger a couple of days. I should have some answers tomorrow. If not, it's gonna be next week for sure, because I'm at the Adepticon, so we want to make small announcement at the Adepticon, or before the Adepticon at least, and then it will be a dedicated Ask Me Anything on the first IP, and the second IP, I don't know. It's just we working, we sending files, we just wait. That's gonna be probably Gen Con. Yeah,
I mean, they said the initial process is slow. Is what they told me when I was at a meeting with them. They said the initial process is slow, but after that it should go a lot smoother. So I am hoping that will be the case.
Yeah. So it's been already 6 months in development, by the way. Not the other things, but the other thing, I think it's going to be more visible and more present at Gen Con. And it will be actually maybe on our stand, or definitely at the other company stand. That's what I say.
Yeah, there's even a question for that. Tidbit Tunes, is any plans for a bigger presence at Gen Con this year?
We only have a small stand. That's the thing with Gen Con. It's just, we totally don't understand why they're not going to change to the bigger venue, because at the moment the venue is extremely tiny comparing to a number of people who wants to be there. Are we going to be there? Yes. Are we going to be probably going to be more visible at our partner stands? I cannot announce who is the partner, because obviously you will connect the dots so quickly. But we're gonna be there. We're going to be there. At least our small stand will be somebody will be there with the show, to show miniatures, to show everything, show process and what we do and how we do. But nothing bigger, not sales whatsoever. So yeah, just basically our presence. Unfortunately, that's what it is with Gen Con. We just keep asking them for bigger space, bigger booth, and no is no. So
I think we actually need to ask for the booth like immediately after Gen Con.
No, because
my understanding.
No, we did that. We even asked last year before the Gen Con was finished and things like that. So, so that's what it is. I wish literally Gen Con to have much bigger stand. I mean, in Europe, in Essen, which is the biggest one in Europe, we have 360 square meters. 360 square meters. Mm-hmm. This is how big our stand is. Our stand is as big as Asmodee's stand or the Games Workshop, which is next to us. This is how big stand we have in Europe. So, and we wish to have such a big stand as well, our presence in USA, because we are, kind of big company. We got money for that one, to have a massive stand. But, Gen Con doesn't want to take money from us. It just gives us like a small booth. Yeah, I mean, I understand this. Everybody else, every single company asks for the stand there. Really, every single company. It's not like Archon is a specific one, a special one. No, it's just we get exactly the same message from Gen Con saying that look, other companies asking for the stand, and yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe this year will be smaller. Maybe next year we'll be able to increase it and so on. If not, we're gonna have to rely on the partners.
Still crossing my fingers for a smaller ship around the size of the pirate airship for the super stretch goals. So we won't be doing anything like that, but there will be a conversion kit for the ship in or from the Swamps of Doom set, where you can make it into the different styles of ships.
I have it there on the renderer. I will show you in a second.
Oh, okay. Great. So yeah, we can get to that in a second.
Check here questions.
Stefan from the Discord, are there any plans to do another campaign for Motu or more waves? Asking since there are so many iconic characters that haven't been added to the game yet.
Yeah. There's gonna be more waves. We have to clear the backlog of the waves we have now to release from the campaign. Once this is cleared out, we're gonna carry on doing the releases. Mm-hmm. So please expect more. I think this game's got a huge potential. I mean, for the people who receive it, they absolutely love the game. They love the rules and so on. So yeah, love the miniatures. So that's pretty sure there. Oh, I should just do one.
Jarek from the Discord. Hey, when will there be any news about the Heroes 3 miniatures battle game?
It is postponed. That's for sure. So you have to give us at least 6 months. Mm-hmm. It'll really like 6 months from now to start seeing some renders, seeing other things. We needed to rejuggle or reschedule many things in our projects for this year, especially with the new things which came. So also the card game was moved forward in a place of the miniatures game.
I think the rules-wise, I think the miniatures game is
very advanced.
it's
or even done.
Oh yeah. I was worried that you was gonna say like it's not ready at all. I've heard it's in a pretty good spot. We have had to delay it because we just have other projects more urgent right now.
They're still finishing the rules, by the way, so it's not like we stop everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But the miniatures models we have to postpone because we, again, bottleneck 3D sculpting, and we have several other projects we need to focus, need to deliver.
So, question from Rodrel. Hi, I paid for legacy shipping, clearly promised for Q1 2025. It's already March 20th, and I'm disappointed by this delay. Are you planning on any compensation or support for those of us affected?
I will ask the shipping company if they can actually give us something. If yes, then we'll pass it to you.
I mean, that's just more like it's an unfortunate reality of
It is, but we can ask the question. Why not? We can ask the question why, instead of shipping to us within 2 or 3 months, they ship it to us, whatever.
It's kind of like we don't have control over the ship, of course. When it comes to delays, it's not something that you can foresee. It sucks to hear this. I don't like saying this personally. It's like it's not our fault or whatever. We're just trying our best to get this out as soon as possible.
We did everything according to plan. So they were put on in January on a ship.
Like you even said we paid them early. We paid the manufacturing company to get out early, which I didn't even know.
So everything was done on our side as it should be. Now the ball was in the hand of shipping companies. The ship, something happened. One of the ship was actually stopped by. So I don't know. Some things happened, so but are we going to be compensating somehow? Not from our own pocket, but if I'm going to get something from shipping company, which probably, I don't know if it's real, but maybe it is, we'll see. And if yes, we will pass it to you.
So from Faust, any chance you guys will pick up the IPs from Peterson Games? I've had a look at those campaigns. Well, the 4X game, we already have a competitor, which is Orion. So I don't think there'd be any reason for us to ever pick that up, unfortunately. I think I read a recent blog post by the manufacturer for Peterson Games. I think they split up for some reason, because it was like a joint venture, if I remember correctly. Again, will we be picking up IPs from failed projects? I think we've kind of stopped doing that as well, because we did it one time with the what's it called, Starfinder. And it's hard. It's very difficult. So I don't think we have plans to
we have
do that kind of stuff again.
We have too many projects anyway.
That's also a thing. Yeah, we just have too many things.
And we're not gonna be I know the Peterson game, for those of you who are watching, probably if you not follow, they basically following the trend of Mythic basically. So I think they shut the doors already, right?
It's not that they shut the doors. I think they split ways with the manufacturer, which was actually a US based manufacturer. What happened was I think it was a joint venture of some kind. But the manufacturer just said, okay, this game just costs way too much to make, and we're just not going to make it, I think. Something like that. I don't remember the exact details.
Peterson Games is many other games they have in the backlog, which they never shipped out or whatever. So that's what basically happened there. So, we're not going to be touching much things. We have so many projects. It's just yet another my idea, which is kind of,
Green Flame, for the fabric sales, will there be one version for unpainted and pre-painted, or will they be colored somehow for pre-painted?
At the moment, just one version for everybody. Although I joke today that once we have the samples, we should basically put on the UV machine and paint something on it and see how they look, how the material will be absorbing the paint. Maybe actually we could do something there. But I'm not promising anything, by the way. I'm not promising anything. Don't. Yeah, we will try. We'll see how it is, and if we like it, and if there is a good timing on it, and we can actually do it efficiently. Because one of the issues is actually how we're going to place material on this bed and make sure it's actually printed in the same spot constantly. But we will see. We will see. I'll be doing some tests. That's even for fun, just to see how much we can push the thingy.
Mm-hmm. So
adding to that, I think he asked some other question. Okay, okay, more on the kind of fabric sales. Same sales as all 3 ships, including ghost ships, or will be the difference somehow? No, they're gonna be all the same. We're not planning to change them whatsoever. I mean, once we get the sales, I mean, even if it's like in one color of material, we can just overpaint them, burn them a little bit, or do those things you would like to do it with. Yeah.
Javen79 for Porthaven, have you guys considered creating and prismacasting a coin set? Might be fun with the pirate theme to have coins as props.
I like that idea.
Yeah, we can maybe fit it in somewhere.
I really like that idea, because we could make a plastic coin set and then pre-paint it on Prismacast. Yes, I like, or even make it gold. I mean, we have this gold plastic, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Do I have any sample? I don't have all the samples. Usually I just chuck them away for production, but we could make the gold coins, right? Mm-hmm. We could make them gold coins, right? It shouldn't be any problem. And then do them with the way we did with Master of Orion miniatures. We just basically flick them and then that's it. So yeah, we have to put that one on the paper, on the project.
Milyak, what happened to the 10k Sprue giveaway for schools and associations? I applied with the association in my city and was given thumbs up for eligibility, but never got any update or shipping notice.
Yeah, shipping notice starting from April. Just been confirmed today from the production / marketing. Yes. So shipping from beginning of April. We have them ready. They are done. So the shipping of April, we are shipping them out. So let's check what we have here. Maybe some questions. Okay.
Will you have even a small presence in Gamescom or GameCon in Czechia?
Not this year. We have about 9 trade shows to be this year, so I don't think so we're gonna move on any of those. Not in Czechia. In Europe, it's gonna be, I think, Salute, then is UK Game Expo, then is Gamescom in Germany. We've got to be there this year, as well as Essen Spiel. So that's 4. Then we have 3 United States, that's 7, and Pircon is the 8th one. And what was Pilcon here, local one. I won't count that one because it's not going to be the big one, but I wouldn't count that one. So that's 8th, and the 9th one, there was one more, and some other random ones which we not going to go there. Our partner is going to be representing us. So, yep, Gamescom, the video game one. That's correct.
Is there a tabletop section for?
There is tabletop section there. We have a lot of IP based games on the video games, and on top of that our IP partners, there's lots of very important people at Gamescom, and they just advise us to be there with the products and to show people the products and so on and so on. So yes, that's what we want to do. That's what we have to kind of do. Not want to, but I do want to. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. So World of Tanks, we have more things designed for that game. Here you can see some approved arts, and I've got one more picture I shouldn't basically show you the next one. Yeah, that's we designing some. This is only we, by the way. This is not final whatsoever. We designing the layout. I was thinking this is fully approved, something like that. I just realized today it's not. So I know for sure this will be all changed. So this is just the layout. So as you can see, that we start moving into that, and then almost entire team is 2D team is sitting on that one now. So there's gonna be more and more arts coming next week and week after. Oh yeah, sorry for that. Is it? Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, now we have Starcide.
Starcide is interesting, by the way. Starcide is interesting. Right, so where are we going to start with this? What's that, Shimon?
Well, those are hex bases.
Hex bases, yeah.
I don't think we've announced the game's on hexes, right?
Did we?
I don't think we have.
No, we didn't.
There's barely any information on the game on the internet.
That's correct, yeah. So the game is gonna be on hexes. For many reasons on the hexes, right? Mainly about the positioning of the ship and moving the models around it. We found on the battleground, I mean, the story about the battleground is it was designed from day one not to be on hexes. Like, it was just like a normal skirmish game.
Yeah, I remember playing that. I hated it
literally a week before we needed to start doing like full production, everything else, because that was retail release. I changed my mind. I was so unhappy the way you place your models, and that was small skirmish. And you know, small skirmish, only a couple of miniatures, so the positioning is extremely important. And so what we decided to do is to change on hexes. Here is kind of the team wanted to actually do on hexes as well and see how that works. And what we come up with is this basically hexes basis. So Maciej, our sculptor, he came up with that one. What is great about it is every single slot here could be used for any different tokens or plastic tokens, basically, to indicate the ship statuses. So either shields, damages, and everything else. So you don't have to put like many tokens anywhere else, just accept those slots here. And I think they're gonna work. I think this is going to work. I mean, this is kind of modular, so you can assemble any shape. And that shape is detected by the size of the ship and the type of the ship you're actually going to use. By the way, this is one of the prompts ship. What you cannot see here, there's lots of elements which gonna be clearly plastic, by the way. So that's the idea. I think it's a very, very clever idea, especially for, you know, ship movement and rotation and everything else, which is very, very important in this type of games. Obviously, the small hex could be used. It will be used for the smaller ship. This stand is a little bit too fat. This is where we fix it on a meeting this week, so it's going to be much more slimmer. And then we have a single fly one, where you have like a small ships and things like. Now there will be one more stand, which will be double ship stand for the fighters and for other ships. So fighters, I think, and interceptors, and maybe some drones. So that's that. But you can see, you know, we have many different size of ships. That is small interceptor. That would be corvette, I believe. Here we have a size of battleship. So how big is that? So this is 1 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inch. So from there it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So that's a 7-inch ship. It's large. It's a huge one. So yeah, that's very interesting. So you can see we will have a number of large ships. This game will look amazing on a table. That's what I think, especially with the bigger models. And yeah, we already designing, and I want to show you this because you're gonna get what we want to do. We want to combine our clear plastic technology and give it more oomph to all of our games, especially miniature games, so miniatures games, and make sure we have like a bunch of different type of ships designed with this clear plastic in mind. So yeah, you will see.
No pre-painted ships.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it is tempting. It is really tempting to see what we can do with it.
To make it like more of an X-Wing competitor. I mean, that game is dead.
Well,
right now?
Many games, which Armada is also that. There's lots of. There's no. Okay, so this is the thing. This is our own IP, and our dedication to this one, it's gonna be that we're gonna be doing this game forever, and that's it. We're gonna be supporting it. We're gonna be creating models. Doesn't matter what. It's our own thing, and it's not gonna go nowhere. Basically, it's going to stay forever. So
hopefully,
why not? Why hopefully? I mean, I don't see any reason. This is just the beginning.
I'm just saying.
For our own IP.
I'm just like so used to hedging every single thing I say because it's like customer service trauma. You have to hedge every single thing you say because if you say one thing that's just incorrect, it just causes problems.
Okay. Thank you for being my lawyer.
You're welcome.
But the spin-off on the Starcide will be a huge one because we here talking about a spaceship game, and I wanted to start with the spaceship game just to build this universe. We didn't have a time to build massive universe, so we need to start somewhere. So the master plan is let's start with a slow building universe and start with this game. Then we're gonna move into mech game, which is the Titanomachy. Titanomachy is exactly in the same universe. It's kind of spin-off of the universe. And I keep saying to my team, I would like to be Titanomachy like Necromunda is to Warhammer. Yeah, so Necromunda is a section, tiny small section of the Warhammer universe. So same will be Titanomachy, so the mech game. And then finally, in 3 years' time, maybe 4 years' time, we will have 32mm game, just normal game with this minis. Oh, I've got one mini over there, which is on my desk for the last 3 years. But that's the idea. That's the whole idea. So we will have like entire Starcide universe covered of all the games, and then we will constantly support every single game. Yeah. So I think this game already seen. I haven't played. I've seen the guys playing it several times. It's got very interesting mechanic, by the way. Very interesting mechanic. I think people are going to like, especially the way you deploy the ships into the combat and the way how the activations and then attack works. This is very nice. Been used previously by different games in different format, but here works very well.
I've heard it's cool. I haven't gotten to try it yet, but I will actually be testing the game tomorrow. So I'm also very interested to see how it looks.
I've got visitors tomorrow, so unfortunately I'll be busy entire day. But yeah, that's what it is.
Like today as well. You were meant to play Orion with us, and you chickened out.
I didn't chicken out. No. You know what I needed to do? I had like 2 presentations to do, 3 actually, because this one of them. This presentation, I'm actually doing all those presentations, by the way. So, but I had the other presentation for the business purposes. So. Unfortunately, my job is, I hate it. So as you can see here, this is old. Oh, by the way, I'm showing this because you can go to Starcide to see a little bit of world build. Say that.
World building.
Exactly. Sorry. I need a little bit more water.
I'm doing fine, just fine without any water.
Yeah, because I'm talking constantly. So if you have a look, this ship is actually on a square basis. Obviously, it won't be. And also, design of these ships will be a little bit updated to match with what we have with this faction here with Prometheans, and then this new factions there, which we still in development, and we were going to be able to show you that one. I think soon. But yeah, that is growing slowly, and you see 4 factions. There's enough ideas for another 5-6 factions, by the way. I have one faction in mind which I already want. It's our Space Pops.
the which one?
Space Pops. I call them Space Pops.
Space Pops?
Yeah, you know Pop? Will you Pop?
No, what's a pop?
Okay. Never mind.
I thought you okay, never mind.
Yeah, but then we have another faction which is basically Navo faction, which I really want to have here, and also I want Entity. Entity was the faction which I really like it.
Why didn't you have Navo on release? Like the lore is so cool. It's why didn't you have Navo on release? Because I think the lore is way more interesting.
I think it is as well, but yeah. So Space Pops is I call them space pops. It's a basically very, very religious faction, right? So
space popes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I understood that as space pops as well, like population or like I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a sweet. This I think it's an American sweet where like you put it in your mouth and starts like popping. I was thinking of that as well.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. It will take some time before release. I think it's gonna be roundabout the what's the name? The holy Jesus Christ. The holiday period, or maybe after. So something like September. Right. Actually, no. Actually, the whole idea is you have one ruler, and then everything is actually artifictious. So they've been kind of managed by him. It's like space kind of army, but then they all look. I mean, I cannot explain to you. I will have to show you some concepts to actually give you some context there. But we have this one. We have this one designed for what's the name? For the 32 millimeter game, so now we have to make the ships for it. Anyway, Battleground, Army Builder this weekend, and I put the asterisk here because they told me that it's gonna be available this weekend unless it's not.
Sounds good. All I've heard is that we just need to set the servers up because the Army Builder is ready. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so if we get this weekend, we're gonna be basically making an update tomorrow and then let you know that you can try it out and see how it works. Shipping gangs approximately 26th of March. So this is what we said at the beginning, 26th of March, the shipping should end. If he's going to extend it, then he's going to extend it for a couple of days, but he's finishing, next week, doesn't matter what. And yeah, your pictures, we see a lot of pictures coming with shipping, packing, and receiving. Somebody received actually broken element here, which is shame. It damaged the box. So get in touch with us, get into our customer service. We'll definitely fix that one. But yeah, many parcels. So that's great. And thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting this project. And yeah, let's get that game on the table. I mean, it's looking at Board Game Geek. It's doing very well. That's quickly to remind you what is coming to retail on summer. So still a little bit of time. So I just want to show you again, just quickly reminder. We can talk about that. Here we have some Porthaven minis.
Yeah, should we go quickly to the page maybe before we go there? Hi, what to say?
Is there anything new there?
Oh, we can skip it today.
So on the left we have the Constable for the all of these miniatures are actually going to be in the dog set. So the one on the left is the Constable, or one of them. The other two minis you see here, they're part of the syndicate, the Port Syndicate. So we have an orc, very scary looking fellow, and we also have a gnome here, looking like a warlock, very dangerous.
You know, these miniatures, they give me some really like GW vibe, especially from Underworlds. From Underworlds, some of them, especially the style of sculpting.
Well, Tomek was. I have noticed that Tomek's style is pretty similar to. I feel like similar in style to GW personally. When I look at his
concept arts,
yeah. So I think that kind of inspires the sculpt as well.
Yeah, Tomek is one of the design concept artists. He's been working with us for 10 years. So he did a lot of miniatures design, and I think he understood very well the miniatures.
How come I've never seen his concepts before though?
Because he did start at the beginning, and then he came back to us. He did like Chronicle X. See, guys, this from Chronicle. Can you see my screen? Yeah, this is Tomek's art from Chronicle X. Yeah, he did like all the miniatures, all the concepts, and everything again for the Chronicle X. The map is done by him. The cover art, that art is done by Tomek. So we have.
Oh my god! I never knew that.
We have tons of arts from Tomek here, and
I really do like them. I think they're really nice. They look really nice.
That's why I have them there.
Yeah,
that's why I have them. I absolutely love almost every single art I love from Chronicle X. It's very close project to my heart. Anyway, I just want to show you this one on screen. So
Dwarven Fisherman. He's just a chill guy.
Exactly, and that boat.
This is the conversion kit I was talking about. So the way the dock set is going to work is you're going to receive 2 of these encounter boats, and one of the encounter or the conversion kit sprue, and the conversion kit sprue I believe contains three different possible conversions, and I'm pretty sure you can freely switch these out just by slotting them in. I think at least that's how they were kind of planned to be designed. But yeah, there's going to be a more orcish type ship, a more dwarven type ship, as you can see here, and also a more elvish type ship. So I will say this ship was pretty nice, all things considered, from encounters.
Am I getting boat as well, this?
You get two of these boats in the port set. Yeah. Which we haven't shown the render for yet.
Why there's no masts?
There is one already in this set, although it's not shown on the render for some reason.
Yeah, it should be, because I think that one comes with the mast.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Or at least it should.
Okay.
Here we have some more minis. So another one for the Syndicate on the left, and here we have a small rowing boat.
How many of them I'm gonna get in the pledge?
I actually don't remember if this is in the dock set or if this is possibly for the stretch goals. I will say though, one thing that I think would be really cool, and I have seen it as well in this in the stream chat as well, is a mimic for this ship, for the rowing boat.
For this?
Yeah. I think it'd be a cool idea, but you know, we have a lot of stretch goals planned for this campaign, I think.
Did we just not add additional 6?
We did, yeah, but there's just I don't think there's any room, you know.
No, 6, more than that. 8 was from 8 plus 6 miniatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so additional 14. So.
Here we have some terrain from the it's either from the dock or ship crew set. Apologies for not remembering. I think it's from the dock set. I'll have to go check. I'm really sorry. But yeah, here we have a table with some maps on. I'd love to see your freehand painting to see what you can put on the maps.
Yeah.
Here we have some barrels as well, some barnacles. Very nice looking sculpt, I think. Here we have the well, this is meant to be a drow, so we have made her a bit pointier, a bit more dangerous looking, so hopefully you can paint her as a drow. She's also part of the Syndicate, believe it or not. On the right, we have some drying racks for fish. That should be in the port set, I believe. Here we have the second constable on the left. You know, the first guy was big guy. You know, he was he had his bat, his baton, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so that the other guy was muscles. This one is brain.
Possibly, yeah, quite possibly. On the right here, I believe this is a thief from the Bazaar set. So yeah, you can look forward to painting up this miniature as well. Listen, one thing I need to say is I promise you I don't have a foot fetish. I don't know why she's barefoot. Don't ask me. I think Vivian did the concept for this.
Vivian did the concept for this, so, and actually was sculpted by by Anastasia, I think.
Okay, so yeah.
I think, yeah.
I didn't touch this. I was not involved. It was the lovely ladies that work here. That,
2 ladies actually made this model. One sculptor and one design concept artist. So yeah, I think there is a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
because she's quiet then. Move like a cat. And here we have a set of bases, by the way. So we finally got those things.
Yeah, here we have some bases. Yeah. Just checking. I
don't think this is entire set, or not every single base you can see here will be in a set, because I just snatched that one from the project document just to show you today. But important, obviously, as always, with every single projects we are making it, we have those things. Alexandra, sorry, was the sculptor. Yes, Maciej is right. Sorry for my mistake. So Alexandra was the sculptor, but lady. So yeah. What I was saying, bases here. Yeah, that's basis for this project. So every single project's got their own minis, bases. I'm really tired now talking shit.
Oh yeah.
Right. So as always, as usual, if you join the campaign, you're gonna get those things.
I think everyone knows it already. What the deal is, you know. During the campaign, you get free stuff. You do this, you get more free stuff. And we have this gaming hub, by the way. So we wanna, if you wanna join it, please. You can share of your painting and stuff like that. So we're gonna be quite happy. We want to grow this community on Facebook as well. Okay, should we just quickly maybe go through the page? Let's see what we have there. I need to change to our faces for a second. Close this window. We don't want to leak anything now, do we?
No, I don't really want to leak anything. It's too close to be...
Yeah, it's too close to the announcement.
Do we have any questions we should answer here, as we are?
Let's have a look at the top question. Scroll up a bit, because these are just replies. As far as I understand, you increased the scale of your miniature range. What is the size difference to the miniatures from your Woodhaven campaign? Could you post a picture, or does one already exist, that shows the miniatures, especially human-sized ones, from both ranges next to each other? That'd be greatly helpful. We have shown this off during... the launch of DNL5 Deusler. We did a side-by-side comparison for the miniatures, so we don't have it up for this campaign, I don't think. But if you do go back to the Deusler campaign, look through the some of the earlier updates, you should find it there. But yes, the scale has definitely increased ever since DNL5.
Right. It's many reasons why the scale needed to go up comparing to the 28 millimeter, because it was our mistake. We haven't done the homework when we started the Porthaven property. That's my kind of opinion.
You mean Woodhaven?
Woodhaven, but back in the Woodhaven, because we were kind of one of the many small, well, not many companies who decided to go with 28 millimeter when everybody else doing 32 and bigger. Some of the miniatures now from WizKids, or official miniatures from WizKids or from Reaper Bonds, they're much bigger than 20. Even, you know, dead wolves are sometimes the size of our models, like a human model. So yeah,
I think our Woodhaven miniatures were definitely tiny, even in like 28 millimeter scale standards. I think they were still small. Like there were still some things we needed to figure out with the scale. I think it was a very good set with a lot of good ideas, with a lot of cool miniatures.
Absolutely. I mean, we did that picture here just to show the size of minis. I think maybe we can talk quickly about that one, because there is. Yeah. Obviously, that should be in the scale anyway, but you're looking at more like something between GW and something along here. I mean, that model standing up in that pose probably is the same size. It is the same size, so WizKids, something like that. We're not gonna be doing anything bigger miniatures. They need to fit to the size of miniatures you have in your collection. So that's what it is. For 28 millimeter models, it's really start to be very difficult to find anyone who makes them. So eventually everybody's going to be focusing on that. I mean, this is basically because of GWs keeps increasing the size of models, right? I remember getting my dev core, which were like proper 28 millimeter. The last plastic dev core, they much bigger. They size of Marines that used to be. So yeah. And that's correct, yes, 32 millimeters provide a lot of detail. Not only that, it's much easier to assemble because you got bigger chunk of plastic. You don't have to use anything small. What else on the page? Ship, obviously, fabric sales, it says there. We don't have it yet. I hope we're going to have them on start of the campaign. That's very important to have them. Just remove the comment. There are campaigns now with 35mm scale. Now we're not gonna go for 35. That's it. I mean, 32. This is our perfect scale for everything, like cutting model. Even you know what? Even actually manufacturing it is much better because you get much better detail on 32mm model than 28, because it's down to size of detail, and we have to cut this detail in CNC that detail on a tooling. So yeah. Then we have a core sets. What is missing here? 24 miniatures, 73 pops. How many bases? We have to add here.
Yeah,
that's important because
we don't know how many bases are going to be on the sprue right now, though, right?
We will do. We have to. We already know that because we know how many small bases and big bases will be on the sprue. We did that. We have a separate document for the sprue calculation. So for the basis calculation, so we have to add here additional how many bases. I think it's important because it is also value to get like custom made bases. You can use them for any system you want, for any game you want, for any model you want. So, you know, if you're gonna go buy off the market, it's gonna cost you a lot as well. But you get them for free with models. Yeah. So that's that. That's what needs to be added in. What else I wanted to check with you guys? Ship crew. You have seen that one. We haven't updated the page, right? I mean, the next step of updating the page will be with the last set, right?
We still need to. Our team is still working on rendering the port set.
Yeah,
it will be done definitely before the campaign launches.
Cool.
So most likely next week.
Yeah. Question on the screen again. Sorry for that. Operating mouse is up 9:21.
Oh, sorry. It was the pickpocket miniature, not the thief. We have a...
pickpocket.
Yeah, we have a...
Yeah, Inquisitor. I haven't seen that one. Okay, that's cool. A Goblin Lad?
Yeah.
That's it. Cool. And one more to be revealed. I think one more set is to be revealed.
Yeah, it's the port set.
And then from that onwards, only stretch goals, right? So should we say something about the stretch goals? What do we have in mind?
I mean, there's a lot planned. I don't think we want to spoil too much. We've really spoiled the companions. There's going to be some companions in the stretch goals. There's going to be some like ghost crew as well. Some creatures here and there. Various well-known fantasy sea creatures. Some bigger ones as well. We have mentioned the Hydra as well on the stream as well. But yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Ship is not 99. I don't understand why do we replace two sets by a ship compared to add a ship for 99.
Yeah, the ship replaces two core sets. One core set, if you're going for the lowest value pledge, it's $99. But if you want to add just the ship separately, it's $159.
Yeah, so you only is gonna get better value here only because you get stretch goals and everything else. So stretch goals, the number of stretch goals and super stretch goals, I think stretch goals we're looking at 50 altogether, or 60 altogether now, or 68.
No, it's in the realm of like 78.
78, yeah. So a lot of stretch goals, and lots of large models as well. I think including the well, I'm not going to be saying which one, but yeah, a lot. I think that pledge itself, if you go for the ship itself, you got like 20 sprues. but the stretch goals itself is about the 40 something. Now it's
I think
41 or 42.
I think this should actually. Oh, sorry. I think this should actually say option or additional option on the pre-painted or ghost ship, because I think one person in the chat may have maybe gotten confused by the pricing shown here, because it says plus 99 pre-painted. So we're not charging only $99 for just the pre-painted ship, because that would put us under. Some may say fitting for a naval campaign, but no. It is. It's an additional on top of the cost of the pledge already.
That's correct. Pre-painted, it is 99, and one of the reasons is 20 sprues to be pre-painted back and forth on the both sides. We are doing tests this week, maybe Friday, tomorrow, or if not next week, and then the pre-painted ship should be shown at the beginning of the campaign, so you'll be able to see it, how the quality of pre-painted ship basically. So we're going to record it and take photos and everything else which is needed for that to show you the quality. It is unfortunately expensive in my opinion, but we cannot do anything cheaper in terms of pre-painted, because this process is really time consuming, especially when you have a massive number of these elements. Have a look on the sprues, and you have to do them both sides. There's no other way. For the terrain we didn't have to. For the terrain, like, you have a floors which they only been painted on one side. Here with the ship, unfortunately both sides needs to be painted, so it takes a lot of time, more time than the floors, and then much more paint.
And again, it's also worth considering the quality or the level of finish you're receiving with the pre-painted ship, because there are some competitors that do offer pre-painted ships, but I don't think the level of painting is necessarily worth the price a lot of the time. But for this case, I think $99 additional for a pre-painted ship really isn't that bad.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything we have to talk about today? I won't be doing any sneaky peek. I won't be doing anything else. As I mentioned, see you in the States. See you in the at the Adepticon. If you're there, just say hello to us. What else, Shimon? I'm scrolling down now.
We'll keep you updated with. I know that there are a couple of projects waiting for. Updates like Caves and Heroes, but yeah, we'll keep you guys updated as soon as we can.
There's one more question, the same about the sales.
So Andy, no, the sales between ships are not different. All the ships are going to receive the same sales.
Yeah. Again, just to repeat about the Battleground app, this Friday should be the release date, so tomorrow. If everything works. If it doesn't work, we're gonna have to push for next week, but it's coming. They told me this weekend should be fully, playable, so we'll be able to test it and give us some feedback, whether there's some small mistakes, whatever. Probably will take a few versions to get it right. Mike Mons.
Yeah, I have seen you, Mike, spending a lot of time painting the ship. So it's a good advertisement for pre-painted. I'll say that much. When is the factory tour happening? We do have a couple factory tours with Polish content creators, I believe. They did come by, did a factory tour, a couple of them.
But we have a big one. The big one will be the big one will be at the launch of the campaign.
Oh, from
Squigma.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So announcing it right now, right here, right now. Okay.
There's gonna be one from the YouTuber.
Okay. Well, we did say he was coming by. Or
we did say.
It's pretty obvious in retrospect.
It is obvious. So it will be one about the tour, about the production, about how we do things, and so on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's also going to be
60 hours so far. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, so it's definitely better to get pre-painted. Yeah.
He's not even finished yet as well. So realistically, you're spending well, I imagine it's probably going to be closer to 90, right? By the time he's done, maybe. Or even then, like you're spending $1.50 to save an hour of time. I'd say that's pretty worth.
Definitely.
You're also saving on paint. On paint.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
The light system, it's still an idea. However, we're gonna make in the translucent material or something like that. We will come back to that one to you because I know we still got 2 materials to test. So once all the tests are finished, we will know which one we're going to pick. Definitely, we cannot go for the UV light. The idea was to actually have a UV LED inside the ship, which then will, increase the glowness. But that requires battery shipping, which some countries is almost impossible to do. So we would have to ship without the battery, and then that will cause other problems.
Yeah, so Mike says 90 to 100 hours easily for the ship to paint it up. So yeah, I imagine saving, paying $1 to save 1 hour of time.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty worth it.
Can you do like a slap job? Easy painting?
I mean, again, if you're looking for quality...
Yeah, that's what it is. That's
painting.
What it is. If you want to really do it properly, you're going to have to spend some time. But can you imagine if somebody really going to spend, these hours, that many hours on painting this ship? It's going to be so amazing, though. It's really going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I would say that's it for today.
Yeah, we're at an hour and a half for the stream.
Yeah, so what's next? The next one is definitely the launch. I'm gonna be actually traveling back to hometown from States on the 1st. So it's gonna be yourself and probably somebody from the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2. And then probably a couple of days later will be another AMA. It's gonna be dedicated for one of the IPs we're gonna be announcing.
I'm very excited for that.
And that's gonna be probably myself and you. Myself, yeah. And then halfway through the projects we need another AMA. So yeah, it's gonna be, you're going to see my face more frequently. And Shimon's as well. Probably, hopefully he's gonna get some haircut done. I'll check maybe some last few questions. Yeah.
Probably get a wolf cut eventually or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
However, I've never been so satisfied with the project as I have. I have a literal flagship for my 3000 model collection. Yeah, instead of using shelves, you can use ships to store all your miniatures.
I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it.
Hi all, still coming home, and are there any news shipping to pre-painted caves? So for pre-painted caves, it's still planned for May.
It's gonna be May. We're finishing 75% now. We're getting the last 25% of painting sprues.
Is the haircut a stretch goal?
Oh, that's the good one. That's the good one. I'm still in that.
If we reach, I'll say this: if we reach 5 million,
come on,
I will go bold.
No.
I will go bold if we reach 5 million during the campaign, not in the pledge manager. During the campaign,
let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. So 500,000 in the first 24 hours. You're gonna do a haircut.
500,000 in the first 20. No, that's so easy though.
Come on,
no, that's not easy. So easy. Yes, it is.
Come on,
in the first 24.
It's never easy.
You're underestimating our backers here.
It's a crowdfunding. You never know what happens. Might not get there. So that's the deal, okay?
I feel like that bet is way too good for you. I need 10 to 1 odds for that. You need to offer me something 10 times more valuable for me to accept that bet.
Okay. Right. Okay. I think that's gonna be all for today.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, there's some question.
Hey, one of the boxes I bought from Motu is kind of damaged. Any chance to pay to ship me a replacement? So we generally don't do this when it comes to replacements. We don't accept payment for replacements first to ship you a new box.
But the box itself only.
And again, if it's the box itself, it's I don't know. It's a weird situation.
So if you have a box damage, get in touch with the person who sold you and ask that store, or I don't know.
Well, no, it's for the campaign, right?
One of the boxes I brought for Motu is kind of damaged.
Yeah. From the campaign that just arrived.
Is this from the campaign you have got it, or you actually brought?
I assume it's from the campaign because.
Okay, if it's from the campaign, get in touch with the customer service.
Yeah, again, we'll see what we can do.
If there was
I can't
ship damage, then yes.
For boxes, it depends. We do sometimes do offer replacements for board games, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, we do sometimes do ship replacements for boxes. It just depends on the amount of damage and the game as well.
It was from the store. Yes, just ask the store. Ask the store to get in touch with us, and then we will send a replacement. That's what we do.
Okay, so it was from the store.
Yeah. If all hours take all in, it's 6, but no. That would be crazy because that value here will be just overshadowing any other miniatures campaigns ever done, even from Reaper miniatures. And we know the Reaper miniatures, actually they went so quiet in the last like 3 years, 4 years.
Well, they weren't quiet because they were focusing on Bones 6. Because their fulfillment, from campaign start to end, it's quite long, all things considered. I believe they do add stuff as well to the Pledge Manager during their campaign, which it may also add to the time. But yes, the fulfillment takes very long from start to finish.
Okay.
Probably because there's a lot of miniatures in there as well. But yeah.
Just last one, will the hardcover books for Caves and Deusla will be available as add-ons?
The ones from Caves should be available, I think, if I remember correctly, and not from Deusla though, because we don't offer products that are from like a previous campaign. We don't offer products from campaigns further than 2, so you don't see anything from Deusla in Porthaven.
Would you agree to that?
7,000 subs on YouTube before the next live broadcast for their haircut. No, because we're gonna get an influx of subscribers once we announce.
I don't know. I don't think so, but it's a good deal.
That is a tragic deal. Like I may as well just get the blades ready at that point.
Hi, Papa. The shipping of pre-painted starts in May. Shipping of unpainted should start after 26th. 26th is the day when we finish with a battleground, and then we move to Caves shipping. Yeah. Okie dokie. That will be all for today.
Yep.
And
500k, you paint your hair purple. That's a good one.
I'm grey, so look at me. I'm totally grey, by the way. Almost like I got only small bits of whatever the other color is, but I'm totally grey. So purple would be actually quite good for me, better than grey. Okay. See you guys in next week, basically, or in a couple of weeks' time. Not me, but you guys gonna be doing AMA.
Yeah.
On a start.